Hey there folks, and good Saturday morning, and welcome back for another shave. Today we got our So Sharp Limited shirt on David Gonzalez's business. Still selling these type of shirts as far as I know, so check them out if you're interested in shaving type shirt. Hadn't talked to David for a while, so I thought I would mention his shirt. I've got several of them, and I do like them. I wear them all the time. So actually I've worn them to some events, and people are like, what's this? You know, so it does create a little conversation at times. Now Leroy wants out. Stand by. All right, so today we're going to use Stirling Black Cherry, which is wonderful, deep cherry smell. I've used it before, but I thought I would use it again today. And the Stirling Kong brush, which is a very good brush. I'm going to touch on it just for a moment. The too much water there. Give my brush. Just for a moment, the reformulation thing one last time, because I think sometimes people only listen to part of what I say and they seize on certain portions of it. I said in those videos specifically, for me, I don't get much. And I also showed a soap like Katie's Bubbles, the Parma Inspiration, which was different between the formulations. So I didn't say that all reformulations are a money grab. Never said that. I actually demonstrated that it was not the case. So when you're listening to me, you got to really listen. All right. Sometimes we're going out to the 12-foot depth in the pool. So if you're stuck in a kiddie pool or 4-foot, you have to make a concerted effort to get on out to that 12-foot level and pay attention to what I'm saying. I didn't say in all cases, and also I said for me, you may find that every reformulation is a dramatic difference. You may find that to be the case. To those of you who do, however, ask yourself, try to be very thoughtful when you're comparing them, because I don't find every single reformulation to be dramatically different. And I think a lot of people who do find every single one across the board different, that sometimes they're caught up in the sort of hoopla surrounding the soaps. Now, they may actually feel different because, let's face it, our faces are different and so on, but some are different, some are not. So let's just leave it there as we move forward. So look like we got a pretty good load here. Man, I love the scent of this. I need to get the aftershave if they sell it. I don't know. All right, let's wet the face and we will get going today. And oh yeah, by the way, yes, I'll be actually shaving. There's always those stupid comments and emails about, you've been shaving. All right, wet the face and come back. So for the razor today, we will use the Wunderber, which is really nice. All right. I can guarantee you there'll be no problems with this gear today in terms of performance. It's good stuff. By the way, a lot of people commented on the Stirling formulation being an example of a big difference. And I would say yes to that. However, in talking to Rod, he did try to change his tallow supplier. But then later, they actually changed the way they made their soap, the process, not so much a reformulation, okay? So there is a significant difference in the new Stirling. You no longer have that sock odor, I like to call it. Because they fixed their process and also packaging. So while there's a significant difference in Stirling, new and old, it's not necessarily due to reformulation. So let's clear that up. But I will say, Stirling would be a good example of a soap you might want to consider rebuying if you bought it 2 years ago and you get sort of a side odor. Try the new stuff, because they made a big change to fix that. But that said, the performance on this was always great. It was just that side odor. So it was never a bad performing soap. It was just, had that funky side odor. Another thing to answer today, I'm trying to answer some of the questions I've gotten. The shirt, people will make a comment about, why do you shave with your shirt on? Well, that's for your protection. You don't want to see what's under this shirt, believe me. So I'm saving you the horror. And a lot of guys do this because they, mostly males watch this, and most males, not all, but most, they don't want to look at other guys' hairy chest. So we wear a shirt out of respect for you. So that's all. I don't normally, if I'm not making a video, no, I don't shave with a shirt on. And when I'm done with this, I'll throw this in the laundry. So it's not a shirt that I wear after the shave. So just to clarify that point, it's just to make the videos a little more watchable. Now some guys shave with their shirt off anyway, and that's okay. If you're in good shape and you don't look like Bigfoot or a Sasquatch with a big hairy chest, and you want to shave with your shirt off, okay, go for it. Some people won't be put off by that, but a lot of guys just don't. They're not into seeing other guys parade around with their shirts off. And those who are, that's okay if you really like that. But I don't want to unleash the beast here in front of everybody because it's not pretty. All right, stay tuned for the next pass. Okay, second pass. Great soap here, smells great, no problems whatsoever. In the first pass, the razor was beautiful, the soap's beautiful, brush is beautiful, so it's all beautiful. And all these shaves go this way. They're beautiful. So that's why it's so enjoyable. And pretty much regardless of what product you use, for me, it's beautiful. No cuts, scrapes, nicks, or irritations generally. 95% of the time. Every now and then I'll slip up and cut myself, but it's not very often. So the shave feels great and it turns out great. So that's outstanding. All right, another thing to address. Over the past few months I was on sabbatical, so I did not answer questions. If you emailed me a question, please resend it and I will now answer. Now, one thing I want to call your attention to, those of you who are on Facebook, if you want a question answered, send a Facebook message to my TS Evangelist page, not my personal account. If you send a message to my personal account, I won't answer it and I don't read it because I can't handle questions from all these different it's just too much to keep up with. So send an email to tsevangelist@live.com, or excuse me, I'll just post the addresses in the bottom there for you guys to use. Send me a message there and I'll begin to answer those again, or send a message to my Facebook TS Evangelist page, not my personal account. Because if you do, I'm not answering it. All right, not answering. Just can't do it. Also, I think I'll do a live Q&A for you folks tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So live Q&A, which will be on the TS Evangelist Facebook page tomorrow, Sunday, at 10:30 a.m. So if you have any questions and you want to ask them live, you can type those in and I will answer them live for you tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. because I said I would do that, and I will. And I hope 10:30 is a better time because it allows people on the West Coast to be up and to have gotten their shave in. It's about 7:30, so if you haven't got up by 7:30, well, you might work nights or something, so I can understand how you might miss it, but for most people, 10:30 ought to be a decent time. So again, I'll post the information down in the bottom. You'll just have to go to my TS Evangelist Facebook page, and you can, when it starts, you just join it, and you can ask those questions, and I'll answer live. So join me for that tomorrow if you want to, and I'll answer as many questions as I can. And yeah, I'll be buying some new soaps going forward, but it won't be a ton because, like I said, I just don't need it. But there's a few scents here and there that I want, so we'll be buying those, and I'll be sharing that with you. Lexi's down there, so disregard that. All right, let's rinse the face, come back for pass 3. So the shave is going wonderful, as I expected it would, with this equipment. The blade is Astra SP. People always ask that. It's a good blade. It's a very good blade. It's a good, solid performing blade that I can use every day. And I know I'm going to get the same consistency out of it every single time. It may not be the sharpest, but I've come to the conclusion that all these blades are pretty sharp. Some of them are more smooth than others, but all of them are pretty darn sharp, and all of them will cut you. So if they'll cut you, most likely they'll remove those whiskers as well. Now, some of them last longer. Some of them have they're just more refined. But Astra, I think, is a strong, middle of the road, consistent performer, which is what I like. Some blades are fun, they just aren't that consistent from one to the other, and that's no good. You know, because when you're buying a 100-pack, which is usually the most economical way to buy blades, you want consistency throughout that 100. All right, so we'll roll with our third pass here. The Razor is wonderful. This will remind you a lot of the Icon, original Icon slant, but it's not the same. It is not the same, although to the untrained eye, it will look similar. It's not the same. And I presume Joe will be getting more of these out in the future, and he has said he'll continue to make them until, you know, everyone gets one. So if you didn't get one in the first go, be patient. Be patient, you'll get one. And as for the soap I'm using, it's still available, I think, the Black Cherry. And to be honest, I didn't think I was a big cherry fan, but this one is awesome. And the bar soap is too, I might add. The Stirling Black Cherry bar soap. Really good stuff here, all around. And let's get stash here. Yeah. Just beautiful. So, if you can't be happy with this gear, I don't know that you can be happy with any gear, regardless of price, to tell you the truth. Because this here, you know, the soap provides a $60 performance for me. Excellent. All right. Let's rinse and come back and do our Thayers and all the rest of that. Stay tuned. All right, so we'll get our Thayers. This one's almost done. And I have another one, so no worries there. Really like it. Makes the skin, feel outstanding. And this matches because it's made by witches, of course. Good stuff there. And today we will use the Stirling Mountain Man aftershave. Doesn't necessarily go with the Black Cherry, but I like it, and I figured it was just a good day to use it since I was using other Stirling stuff. And so, let's give it a go. It smells fantastic. Let me tell you, this is something to get your day started, feeling great. The Wunderber, you know, it's more than your average razor. But it was the only thing I used today that was really expensive, so you could really get a great, phenomenal shave for not a lot of scratch. So those of you on the budget, you know, please take notice. And again, what we're trying to say here is you're not really missing out if you're using some of these fine budget products. They're out there, they're available. Don't overlook them. On the other hand, if you got the money, buy anything and everything if it's not going to hurt you. All right, guys. Thanks as always for watching. And remember, tomorrow, Q&A Live, Facebook, my CS Evangelist page. Come there and ask questions if you want to. And other than that, keep them up, keep them open. Follow that money to get to the truth. Keep following it, and you'll find the truth. Believe me. You guys have a great day.